Larry, give me your favorite wine. Give me your favorite Italian wine. Larry, give me your favorite champagne. Larry, what's your favorite New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc if you don't like this brand? Well, maybe we need to have like an award show of the Larry Awards. Hey, I'm Larry Baker. I'm a certified sommelier level 2 and a senior wine and spirit specialist here at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits in beautiful downtown North Miami Beach. I don't know if we'll have time to get to all of the categories, but I thought maybe we'd have some nominees which probably would be in the category of the brands that you would normally think of in that category, and all around the different countries that I can choose or different categories that are popular, I thought I would give you my opinion of my favorites to go at. Starting with, let's start off light. Let's start off with a German Riesling. German Rieslings, Riesling as itself from Germany, but especially from Germany, they are on different levels of sweetness. The lower the alcohol, usually the higher the level of sweetness, and certain wines in German tell you. But my personal is a drier style of Riesling that gives you the perception of a little sweetness. So the winner, the envelope please, of Larry's favorite German Riesling is the Pflüger from the Pfalz region of Germany. This is 12% alcohol. It's a dry style Riesling with a perception of good fruit, and that's what I like. I don't like those 8.5% or Spätschlesses or Auslese. For me, I'm sure they're drinkable with certain food, but for my style of everyday Riesling, this is the most food friendly. #1 German Riesling for my taste. It wins the Larry Award in a category of Best Supporting Riesling. #2. Larry, give me your favorite Cabernet. I want your favorite Cabernet Sauvignon. Well, you know where I'm going here. It's not going to be one of the brands you know, and it's not going to be $90, $100 a bottle from the place out in Napa Valley. And if you do, I have a selection for that too. #1 Cabernet Sauvignon in this store is our Block 205, made for us by the lovely people at the Waterbrook facility by Precept Brands. But the fact that it comes from, the juice comes from what I have been in arguments or debates with my colleagues, I think one of the finest sources of Cabernet Sauvignon on the planet Earth, Red Mountain. This is a 2016 Red Mountain. I've had California drinkers, literally addicted California Napa Valley drinkers, come back and shake my hand and say, you were right, I was wrong. Where were you 25 years ago? For $24.99, they'll take this over any $50, $60 California wine. I taught a class on this. Everybody in the class gets $70 a bottle. $24.99, the Block 205. The key to it is that we have others made by Precept Wine Brand. This is Red Mountain, American Viticultural Area, and to me, the most beautiful, bold, ripe Cabernet Sauvignon, yes, on the planet Earth. I know, friends in Bordeaux, I think this is my favorite Cabernet source on the planet Earth. Going to New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc. I know, I'm going to tell you straight out about Kim Crawford. I'm going to mention the name, which I normally don't do. I used to love Kim Crawford for years on the Wine Spectre Top 100 wine list. But then they were sold, the Constellation Brands bought them. It still has an extremely popular following about it. But if you would like to go down memory lane and remember what that exact style of Kim Crawford used to be when they actually owned the winery, well, his winemaker, Jules Taylor, wins the Larry Award for the best supporting actor in a New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc. She was the winemaker, Jules Taylor, in 2009, worked for Kim Crawford, and it has the same style. It's not just grassy and grapefruit or jalapeno peppery like most New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc. It's got little guava and passion fruit notes of it, and little tropical pineapple and kiwi. It is just delicious. That was what Kim Crawford was known for. Guess who stole the recipe? He's an original winemaker, $15.99 a bottle, wins the Larry Award for my favorite New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, sourced and certified at ABC Fine Wines and Spirits. In the rosé category, we're bouncing bottles all over. My favorite rosé. It's not Provence, it's not any of the stuff you were expecting. We're going to Washington State again. This mill brand, Butch and Jerry mill brand, just wow me here with their Canadian winemaker, Kendall Smith. I mean, just really a beautiful rosé with interesting grapes from Washington State, Columbia Valley. This is 75%. This is 75% Syrah and 25% Tempranillo from Washington State at $12.99. Has some savory components, so many complex flavors. Some of my customers will only drink this rosé, made in their Mattawa facility. Beautiful stuff from Butch and Jerry mill brand. My favorite rosé wins the Best in a Comedy Series of Rosé award, the Larry Awards tonight. Oh, I haven't forgot you. I know you wanted me to mention the best Cabernet Sauvignon for your Napa drinkers. Well, it makes sense. For every Cabernet brand that you can mention, just about the ones that you find commercially, you're going to find a production of about 114 to 200,000 cases produced a year. And you're going to spend about 78, 98. There's no discount on items at the end of the day, and you can find them everywhere. Well, this is a mailing list only. This is Burley. This is not blended. This is 100% Cabernet from Napa Valley, from Coombsville. There's only 600 cases made on this vintage. It's a $78.99 a bottle. But if you're spending that kind of money for Napa Valley and you're going to get 100% Cabernet, not mass produced, you have to put your name on a waiting list to get a bottle. That wins the Larry Award. If you want to spend the 80 bucks for a Napa Valley, this would be the way to go. 200 cases a year, or put your name on the waiting list, and maybe in 4 years they'll contact you to buy a bottle of this stuff. So that wins the award. Favorite French wine. That's a big category. There's so many air of France. I bet you're thinking Bordeaux. I bet you're thinking Burgundy. Maybe Chateauneuf de Pape. Wrongo. The Larry Award goes, and the envelope, please, goes to, it's Chateau des Hautes-Serres. Georges Vigeroux, who passed away a few weeks ago. This is his reserve. It's called the Giron de Digne, named after the person that owned this property. In the year 1500, they paid tribute to him, only on certain years. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous vintage. This vintage, we're drinking the 2016. This is the darkest Malbec, 100% Malbec from Cahors, not from Argentina. Wins the Larry Award for the best French wine. We sell $44.99, not $500 a bottle. And you can drink it for years and years, or drink it tonight with some decanting. Dark and black and lush and earthy, and you can smell the earth and taste the fruit. Delicious. Best Italian wine on the product is, not because I might be visiting her soon, because I've said it before in my blog, Elena Fucci and the Aglianico del Vulture, and this comes from Basilicata, the 2016 Italian ambassador expert Ian Diagata called it the finest wine on the planet Earth. I called it the finest Italian wine I have ever tasted. It's big, it's bolder than a Nebbiolo or Barolo, and it's got so much floral components. Once it opens up, it needs a couple of hours of breathing. This wine could last 20, 30 years, decade. It is literally, in my career, and I've tasted a lot of Italian wine, the Titolo Vineyard at $39.99 is my favorite Italian wine in this entire store that we sell. I'll leave you with one, finish up for everybody's what wine in the category of wine to impress, for a gift, for a real estate agent, for somebody's birthday, something that's going to be a celebration, anybody, a graduation of a college. Dum-diddy-dum-dum, the limited edition of my favorite champagne, the same vintage. This is the one you're going to impress with. No, it's not going to be any of the commercial brands, The limited edition gold bottle of the Moutard Cuvée of Six Cépages, one of the few champagne houses that uses all of the 6 ancient grapes. Most of them you only use 3 or 2. This has Arbonne, Petit Meslier, Pinot Blanc, Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and Pinot Meunier. This is the 2009 vintage. It is delicious, and this is the gold limited edition for $74.99. Put a gold bow on this, put some ribbon. If you want to impress somebody, they're not going to find this anywhere in the state of Florida but ABC. And no hip-hop star endorses it yet. Maybe Jay-Z should get involved in this one. So, there you go. That's the short version. We don't want me to be pulled off with a hook when the music starts playing like the Oscars, so I'll keep my time short. For any other information on the Larry Awards and these wines I just mentioned in those different categories you can go to abcfws.com, and you can always reach out to me, and I will, by following this blog, and there's many ways to contact me, and I will give you this. We ran out of time, a couple of categories that I had. I think that's good enough for the show today, okay? So you already know all my favorite Oregon Pinot Noirs. Almost all of them are great anyway. So there's the list. It's not going to be brand names, but these are wines that are my favorites, that they're unique and they're going to impress, even that champagne to impress. And remember, wine is not for snobs. They're for everyday people like you and me, and for people who want to listen to the Larry Awards.